I have great news for you guys. You're not getting a header build video this week. I know I promised it to you, and it's not because I'm not working on the drag boat. I am, but I just finished taping a new podcast with my buddy Rob, and it's called the Kibbe and Finnegan Show. And it's done, and I figured, what the hell, let's show that to you. So you're going to see that right now. And the second piece of good news I have for you is that you asked for this shirt. I made you this shirt. If you go to fsmgarage.com right now, you can get a brand new Jerry Rig t-shirt. They're amazing. They're comfortable. It's the best shirt you'll ever buy. Trust me.
All right. There it goes.
You can use my bottle opener. So excited about that. All right. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hold up on that car wash, gentlemen.
Rob Kibbe.
Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
Mike Finnegan.
Go that way, really fast. If something gets in your way, turn.
Two guys talking cars.
I am a semi-professional race car driver and an amateur tattoo artist.
Taking on the most serious topics.
But we will give nothing back to the academic community, as well as provide no public service of any kind. This much I promise you.
And the Dukes of Hazzard. Twice monthly on iTunes, Stitcher, and whatever else it is you listen on. The Kibbe and Finnegan Show.
That got weird. That's better.
Yeah. This is the Kibbe and Finnegan Show, episode 1, already with cut audio. There's a lot of wires here. A significant amount of wires.
It's impressive. It feels like this is important.
This is it.
Which
Mike?
is why I didn't prepare for this.
Oh, I have many notes. A copious amount of notes.
I have beer. I'm ready. Oh, it didn't work.
Doesn't that make noise?
No way. Is this busted?
Huh.
Oh, no way. Hold on. Oh, no. This might be the only time in life I've ever wanted to hurt my children.
Did they kill the battery in it?
Maybe. This just worked yesterday. My generally bottle opener is dead. Oh, we may have to stop. I'm going to have to go get a screwdriver and figure this out.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's go work.
All right. Episode 1 of the Kibbe and Finnegan Show. On the air. Right out of the gate. So, I am Rob Kibbe, and you are Mike Finnegan.
Yeah.
And for several past podcast episodes, we were doing a segment together called Duke's Cast on my main show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so much fun and was so wildly successful. We made so much money that we decided to start this show.
That I bought a bottle opener. That's how much money we made.
Yeah.
I got a generally bottle opener. That's how much money we made. And it broke. So we didn't spend very much.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to start producing a regular show. And we're going to talk everything you heard in the intro. From cars, news, events, stuff that makes us laugh. We will definitely talk about the Dukes of Hazzard. I found this watch while you were
Don't
upstairs.
think you're walking out of here with that watch.
I would like this. I have a watch.
My buddy Sandy sent that to me. It wasn't mine. It was his. And a brother from Canada mailed that to me.
Wow.
Brand new in the box.
Does it work?
I don't know.
Would you like to find out?
Sure. Open it up.
Okay.
I think the batteries are probably dead by now. But no, I've never strapped that on. That's OG status right there.
Well, okay. I'm going to do that at a different time because this is too nice to rack up here. But so here's what I did. I made a dream list for you.
Okay.
This is a list of stuff that by the time we wrap this show, episode 200, right?
I like your optimism.
This is everything we're going to accomplish between now and episode 200.
Okay.
I'm going to call this the dream board.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, we need an actual board then.
Yeah, and we need to make this is legit. We need to make this, put it on a website and everything.
Okay.
So here's my dream sponsor, Diet Coke. Someday, just on my side of the world, and I know that that's not cool on both sides.
You want Diet Coke to sponsor the Kibbe and Finnegan Show?
Yes, I have spent a lot of money on Diet Coke over the years. I feel it's due, and
It's really not that expensive, and
they got a lot of money.
they do. But I mean, Diet Coke in general, it's not that expensive. How much are you? Let's get into this. How many of those are you drinking a day? Is that the 12 or the 16 ounce?
Oh, I hope it's the 20. Yeah, it's a 20.
Oh, it's a 20. Okay,
Yeah.
so run me through your typical day of Diet Coke consumption. What are we talking here?
Well, we did this already when we were in the truck, but whoa,
They weren't in the truck with us.
they weren't. Okay, so a normal day starts out with Casey's.
Then I actually, you bring a good point. You already told me this, but in the other story, and maybe there's some embellishment, it was a 44 ouncer to start the day out at Casey's. That's a 20. So run me through the day.
A real day
All right.
in Iowa, where I live, is that you go to Casey's. And you go to Casey's specifically because you can get a 44 ounce, and I bring my own cup from a different place that has better quality plastic cups. So I like a Come and Go brand cup, but I take it to Casey's because you get the refill price.
Come and Go. Best name ever for a gas station.
People come to Iowa just to buy the t-shirts.
KUM, for those of you that aren't familiar with the chain.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
you're right. So I go in there, get a 44 ouncer with the tube ice. I don't like square ice, tube ice. And you get 44 ounce Diet Coke. Then you go to work.
What's the deal with the tube ice again?
Oh, it just melts better, tastes better. It's just
Tastes better.
It's just better. So, right around lunchtime, leave the office, go run some errands, meet somebody, get another 44 ouncer, also with tube ice at a different Casey's.
That's an 88 ounce
we're at 80
total
ounce.
so far, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably one more in there depending on how the day is going. Like on a good day, I'll just go home. But on a bad day, you got to get another one.
So on a bad day, you've had, what is that, 188 plus 44 is 120, 132 ounces, I think?
Yeah, but I mix water in there.
Oh, because
So every other one is water.
good with the bad? So are you drinking 132 ounces of water in addition to your 132 ounces of Diet Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Do you sit on a urinal for the entire length of your day?
I do go a lot. And
Oh my God.
if I have to slim back on one, I slim back on the water,
Wow.
which is probably bad.
I actually love soda, but I don't. It's one of those things where I'll drink it at select pizza joints that sell vanilla Coke. I love vanilla Coke. But I once saw a California highway patrolman pop the trunk on his cruiser, get out 2 2-liter bottles of Coke, actually, and clean the blood off the asphalt with it. And I went, you know what? It cleans corrosion off battery terminals. Now I know it takes the blood off. What's that doing to the inside of me? That cut my consumption considerably.
Well, this is Diet Coke, so I'm this is totally good for you.
harmless. Yeah, I mean, you look healthy. I'm sure you're not going to die at any moment.
Yeah, you never know. This is my first foray on camera, by the way. So when I was looking at what we were doing earlier, I realized my head is very shiny.
It's your head. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the lack of hair.
I was going to say, it's the lighting. No, it's just your head.
Yeah. Kind of have a Charlie Brown shaped head. But okay, so that's dream goal number 1 for me. Diet Coke to sponsor this.
Okay, number 2.
Okay, dream goal number 2 is for both of us to become characters in the movie Cars 3.
Ooh. I like Cars.
Yeah.
And the movie.
Yeah, there is going to be a Cars 3.
That would be cool. That's one of the few movies that actually get Cars fairly right.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
the
that's
first
really
one. Like in general, movies and television show, they screw up Cars badly. Mm-hmm. And you really have to just, do the whole suspension of belief thing to, truly enjoy them. Which is why, like, Fast and the Furious, yeah, lame. But I enjoy them because I go in knowing, all right, we're going to have fake superchargers and cars doing wheelies that shouldn't do wheelies and on dirt, no less.
Yep,
and so you really have to do that. But Cars is actually pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. They get the names and the places and the parts pretty. What the hell was that?
My heart just stopped.
Is that your phone?
There it goes.
I didn't mean to do that.
Is that the guy from Moe's Tavern?
Yeah, that's Barney. Yeah. Sorry. I got another
We're
one.
going to get sued now.
Yeah, I have many sound clips in here. Sorry, I didn't do that.
That was funny. All right, so
Cars 3 sounds good.
Cars 3 need to be in the movie. All right.
I'll be my 64 Chevelle. What do you have many to pick from? What would you be?
In Cars 3?
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't know. Well, no, what am I saying? General Lee. I will be the General Lee in Cars 3.
That's not fair.
Why not?
Because
you picked your Chevelle.
it is true. I was trying to do that out of kindness because we both can't be in the same car.
Sucker.
Fine.
You're on a show that reviews episodes of the Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm a pretty
You're really a nice guy.
generous dude.
Because
yeah.
Wow, you should have jumped on that. All right, maybe I'll let you ride shotgun.
No, our consciousness brains are. It doesn't work that way at all.
All right, number. What are we up to? Number 4?
So the last thing here. So that was number 2. Number 3 is that we syndicate this show out to radio and TV, and we get all the best guests all the time. Comes on and becomes my best friend
in my garage, in the man cave.
Yeah.
We just start having people come here. Because by then, you'll be so rich that flying to Georgia from Iowa is no big deal to do the show.
Yeah.
200 episodes from now, we're sitting at this poker table, surrounded by these walls, with Dale Jr.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Can I get driving lessons, too? I could use them.
From Dale?
Yeah, I could use them.
Sure.
All right.
Can I have some, too, or is that one just for you, too?
No, I'm generous. Both of us. Okay. I assumed you already had them.
No. Natural
you have a nice Chevelle with Yep. You have a Chevelle that looks like it goes fast around corners. Figured you knew how to drive.
I can hold my own.
We'll have to find out later. We'll have to find out. Because I'm not a what someone would call a successful or great driver. But I do have one thing going for me. Complete lack of care for myself. That helps when you're going into a corner.
Oh, you don't care about living?
No. Well, I do, but you're in a car. They're pretty safe. I will brake way later than you. Just because of that. Or not at all.
If I'm driving my particular 64, yeah, you will. I don't want it to die.
That's why my cars are not painted, because shit happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
It does happen indeed. Okay, so that's my dream list here. So put that on the board. We're going to have that in the future.
Okay. All right.
Every other episode, we can review the dream board.
Yeah. Well, now I know that we have one, maybe I'll come up with some of my own dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you want to cover in this show before we get to reviewing the Dukes of Hazzard? We got episode 5 of the Dukes coming up.
Which I didn't watch.
You did 2 weeks ago when this is our second try at recording this.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we tried 2 weeks ago, and I lost the DVD. And blamed my children for the DVD not being in the DVD player, not in my room, nowhere. And then after you showed me a link on the internet to download it and watch it, which I watched, my wife goes, "Is it in your laptop?" And I went, "No." And then I realized, oh, yeah, the kids were watching television. I put it in my laptop and watch it there, and that's what it was.
Right.
So, yeah, it wasn't the kids' fault.
Yes.
But I'm sure the fact that my generally bottle opener is broken is the kid's fault.
That is strange. Yeah. That's definitely strange. Well, so what we're going to do here in the future is we're doing this live from Finnegan's garage. I mean, literally, man cave. And this would be cool to do again in the future this way. Yeah. But we'll probably do shows where we're split up. Yeah. And then we can have guests in and out. But this is going to be pretty regular. You're going to see the show twice a month. It'll be, of course, on YouTube. It'll be on iTunes. It'll be in Stitcher. It'll be every place that you expect to find this stuff. Right. And we're just going to keep making them until people tell us to stop or until we lose interest.
Well, we could just not listen to them.
Listen to the shows or listen to people telling us to quit?
Both. Because if they're telling us to quit, probably we should listen to the show.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Okay.
So what are we talking about today?
So what we have here is episode 5 of season 1 of the Dukes of Hazzard. This is the final show shot in Georgia on location.
In Conyers.
Okay. The name of this show is... I'm on the wrong page.
I've forgotten about it already.
I think it's High Octane.
High Octane, yeah.
Yeah, the name of the show is High Octane. It was aired on...
Why was it called High Octane? I don't remember. I watched it. We actually filmed, or we attempted to tape a podcast, did we?
We did, but we got so lost in the weeds that we just gave up.
We did tape a podcast already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying this one again.
I cannot remember the episode.
High Octane. Okay, so this will be good. This is, because I remember most of it.
Oh, good.
February 23rd, 1979. That's when it aired. It was written by William Keyes. It was directed by Don McDougall.
That doesn't help me at all. Keep going.
Okay. And this is the one that this show starts off. You're looking at a semi truck, and the general flies up and over, kind of tail down, lands, smacks down, and they drive into town. And the whole point of this episode is that they're trying to find a replacement fuel, and the replacement fuel is, of course,
Moonshine. Now exactly. I remember.
Okay. So this show starts out with the boys pulling in. This is the first time I think we see Luke drive. General's missing its push bar. There's all sorts of kind of cool stuff in this one.
Yeah.
But they give you the gist of it right away.
I'm trying to find my notes.
Hey, looky here. Yeah, that's that contest I heard about on the radio. The prize is going to be given a week from Monday. Sure don't give us much time.
Well, time for what? Make no difference to us.
Well, sure it does. We can think of something.
Sure you can. If you get a combustion engine to run on hot air. Come on.
Okay, is this coming back to you?
Yeah, the bummer about this is I don't remember any of the stuff I wanted to talk about that was in the episode. Because I remember watching the episode going, wait a minute, what? No, that's not good. And there were some funny moments. I don't remember any of it. Because mark this moment. This is when y'all discover, I think I have Alzheimer's or something. Because, like, short-term memory, useless. Like, that, I've forgotten drag boat races I've won. And I have friends, luckily, that are way, way, way better at this than me. And they'll remind me, hey, remember that race? No. Dude, you won that race. You say so, dude. Thank God we videoed it.
Are you okay?
I feel fine now. Hold on.
This is how this is going to go.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. So, well, maybe this will help.
Okay.
So they're going to the courthouse because they have a new revenue or probation officer to report to.
She looks like Danica Patrick's mom.
She looks like Danica Patrick's and we can just refer to her as Mrs. Patrick.
Yeah, Mrs. Patrick's
okay.
Hot. And apparently she can drive.
Well, we find that out later.
Yeah.
But here's where they meet her, I think.
Danica.
Laura Huntley. We're here to see Andy Roach.
Agent Roach was promoted to the Atlanta office. I've replaced him as agent here in Hazzard County.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I mean, about Andy being in Atlanta and all. You know, the traffic and all them people that don't know each other.
What is it you're here to see Mr. Roach about?
We're supposed to report here quarterly. Duke's the name. Jesse L. and these are my two nephews.
Here it is right here. Lucas K. and Beauregard.
That's just Bo, ma'am.
I can't believe this.
Beauregard.
This office made a deal with
Moonshiners. That's the word you're looking for, ma'am. Andy Roach got permission from higher up.
Must have. Lucas K. and Beauregard. In return for their freedom, they are never to make or sell whiskey again.
Correct.
I would have never made a deal.
Well, nevertheless, a deal was made, and we've kept our end of it. Good day to you, R. Huntley.
That's Miss Huntley.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah.
Zing.
That's a particularly long clip. I probably should have cut that one down.
Yeah. I'm starting to remember things about this episode.
Okay.
Roscoe comes in next and has a pretty good line about his aunt looking like his uncle or something like that.
He does. Let me see if I can find this one.
Which, given the climate these days about, bathrooms and who can use them, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't know that we can. Sure we can.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
I'm drinking beer right now. Go ahead and play the clip.
I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Okay. Roscoe's suspicious. This is clip number 6. Let's try this.
Look at them Duke boys. They got 100 feet of copper tubing with them.
Buying copper tubing is not illegal.
It is if it's attached to a still deep in the woods.
It's probably for their truck. Maybe for their car.
And maybe my Aunt Tilly's had a sex change and is now my uncle.
Yeah, 1979. You can say that then.
You can't say that now. You can't say things like, you can't rename transmissions Jenners. You know, you just can't.
Would you?
Not me. I mean, I would. I'm just saying you can't.
Okay.
Never.
All right. Well, why Roscoe was suspicious there is because the Duke boys had just bought a huge roll of copper tubing.
Because it was on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale. It was a good deal.
He needs a sort of thing.
I think I have another clip in here. This one's kind of short.
Cooter buddy.
Hey, y'all. Hey, you fixed your taillight.
Oh, now that's just gonna make Roscoe's day. Thanks a lot, Cooter. Look at here, Uncle Jesse. We just bought some genuine copper tubing.
That's a real thing, all right. What'd you get that for?
It's for lots of things. Stuff lasts forever. We bought them all out of it.
That was a good idea, because all you can get nowadays is that see-through plastic.
Yeah, this was just after Cooter had, on his own, fixed the taillight of the General Lee.
Imagine that. Your mechanic just walking down the street and goes, hey, your taillight's out. Let me just lay under your car and fix it.
Yeah.
Because that happens.
Well, we're in Georgia. I assume it happens everywhere.
There are nice people here. I will say that. When I moved here, that was the first thing I noticed about people from Georgia, at least on my street, in my hood. They're really nice. Not to say Californians where I grew up are not nice. Just, they're not the sort of folks that would come to your house and help you unload a moving truck for 4 hours.
People that you didn't know?
Yeah. Yeah, the day I moved into this house, I backed up 2 26-foot long Penske trucks. Car trailer behind each of them. One with my wife's El Camino, one with my 55. And my pickup truck had my drag boat behind it and my Bridgeport mill in the bed of it. And 8 neighbors who most of them I'd never met just came over, and in 4 hours, everything was unloaded and in the house. And I'm like,
awesome.
Oh my God, how much money do I owe you? And they're like, nothing.
That's just how we do it here.
Just how we do it, man.
Just how we do it.
I'm like, wow, that's going to take some getting used to.
I fixed the taillight in your truck while I was at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because in SoCal, we're, I think a part of it is you spend so much time stuck in traffic in Southern California that when you're not in traffic, you're always in a hurry. You're always walking fast, too fast to stop and have a conversation with somebody for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's the opposite here. If I open that garage door and I stand there for about 5 minutes, people walking by will just stop, come over, and the next thing you know, we've killed a 12-pack of beer and it's midnight because they have time to talk here and drink.
It's the South.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, y'all got no jobs, apparently.
Yeah, everything's very affordable here,
it's
too.
Friday. You got no job. You got shit to do.
So here's the next scene here. And this is a long clip. This is 2 minutes long, but it tells us the whole show. And it's why Boss Hogg is involved, basically.
Right.
Because he wants in on this solution. He knows the Dukes are going to find it.
Ain't in Russia, are we?
Hello, Dukes. Y'all heard about the big contest?
What about it? I ain't in the energy business.
Ain't you? How's about Moonshine?
No, we definitely ain't in that.
And how'd Moonshine get into this? That's about energy and contests.
See, you remember, we made a couple bootleg runs years ago. And once we run out of gas. And you poured some of your prime high moonshine into my tank.
And your car run on it.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm not interested in no $20,000.
Well, I ain't neither.
Sometimes it's just as hard to figure out what Boss is interested in as it is to figure out what he's really talking about.
What are you interested in?
The Royals. The hot damn Royals.
The what?
He means the royalties.
That's right. Every gallon of moonshine they pump into your gas tank, you and I gets a raw.
You? Well, now, how did you get into this all of a sudden?
It's my idea.
No, just a minute. I made a deal with the U.S. of A. government that if they didn't jail my boys, I wouldn't make no whiskey. Now, they've stuck to their end of the deal, so we're sticking to ours, right?
Now, just think about it, Uncle Jesse. I mean, the way them Arabs got us by the throat and selling us that oil at such a big markup.
Sure. And if they keep on doing that, why, they'll be buying up Hazzard County, just like they are Atlanta.
Hazard County?
Well, think of the service we'd be doing for our country. Cleaning up the air. We stop air pollution.
Stop little kids from getting sinus trouble, smog sickness, and all around general flux of the news. All right. Prudy, guess up my new partner.
You can't have flux.
Or of the nose. No. So I only do podcasts and radio. I don't know what to do with a camera around. So when we're playing clips, should we roll B footage or do I smile?
I gotta be honest, that right there is not doing much. If we were really putting some effort into this, there'd be one of those pointed at you and one pointed at me. And then you could maybe split screen them on YouTube, you know, so people could see our reactions to what's going on. That's just like, hey, enjoy the show.
Okay, so I don't need to feel guilty about this.
No. I mean, you can look at it if you want, but it's, you know, it's a very wide angle that's getting everything from the TV behind your back to the picture of my kid and boat scoop and yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, thanks for the advice.
But if you want to dance a jig, I say dance.
I don't dance.
No.
I'd slow dance great.
I don't dance either. I've been to a lot of proms. I feel bad about the last one because the girl thought I could dance. I don't know what gave her that impression, but we got there and I couldn't dance. Pretty sure I stepped on her foot.
You can't just slow dance? I mean, that's...
Well, everybody can do that.
That's the only kind of...
But at high school proms, the DJs are evil. They like to give you the one slow dance song and then immediately follow it with something you need to know how to dance to.
Mm.
And then, much like her, you're left standing there going, want to get some punch?
Okay, Duke to roll on here. So this is kind of what you'll find throughout this show, and it's kind of developing now, is that the Dukes are... wrong. They're very morally centered, and they don't break the rules unless there's a reason to break the rules.
Yeah, this is like the most wholesome show ever made, I think. And when you get past, like in the early episodes, there's some innuendo and some non-PC jokes, but in general, it's a good, wholesome value show, which pisses me off that now people are freaking out about, you know, the car having a rebel flag on the roof and, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure that as we continue to do that, it's going to come up and somebody's going to be offended by this, but...
Or by the time this show comes out, that's all blown over, because you don't hear that anymore. I just heard on the radio the other day that they're taking down the flag outside of another courthouse or something in Georgia. But in general, the furor over that whole thing seems to have died down.
It probably will. I mean, you take the flag off this car, and it's just not the General Lee anymore.
No.
And, you know, that flag didn't have any meaning to me other than it was on the top of the car when I was a kid. But, you know.
It was a flag on the roof of a car that was indestructible and could jump.
Magical car.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Dukes are running around here. They have a still, of course. They always did. They just got to go uncover it, and this is them going to dig it up.
You know, I have hunted skunk not 20 feet from this very spot and never knew this was here.
Well, that's the idea, Cooter. General and specific. Been here all this time.
And it'll shine like a new penny.
I'd say it shines about like $20,000.
It shines like a sky full of fresh air to me.
Well, she's ready to fire up. Let's get at it.
Okay, so now they have a still. And it turns out that Boss isn't being kind or nice or patriotic at all. He doesn't care about Flux the Nose. He just wants to win the money. So he's just setting them up so that he can bust them. That's it. That was always his intention. Because he's an evil, greedy guy.
Yeah, but he's also a nice guy. Like, when the chips are down, you know, he's evil up to a point, and then he's like, well, I won't let you get killed. I'll just tie you up.
Yeah,
and take your money.
As the season goes on, he gets a little kinder. Yeah. But in these, he's still, like, thin.
Oh, yeah. In the very beginning, like one of those first episodes we reviewed, he was in the back room with some chick, like hooking it up.
Yeah, with her on his lap.
Yeah, and he's married to Roscoe's fat sister, so that's not cool.
No, Lulu wouldn't like that.
Fat girls need loving, too. They do. Everybody does.
Everybody does. Okay, so they fire up this still, and Boss is trying to hunt him down. I think I got a clip in here somewhere. I may not play this whole thing, though. Let's see what this one is.
He's doing it. He's firing up that still. Just what I said. I knew it. I knew it the minute I saw them dukes buying that copper tube, and I said to myself, Roscoe, they're making moonshine again. Well, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. You're going to be proud of me. You will not. I repeat, not harass them dukes while they're making their moonshine. When you say not, you mean no? I mean no. No. They ought to be left alone till they go to transport it. Then move in. And then I'll just get them, huh? I'll just... Yeah, you get them, and I get the shine.
That's all he's after. Just the money.
Yep.
Hey, you want to hear another sound clip?
I do.
Here's one. That's Barney.
I thought that was you.
No, it's not me.
Yeah.
I also have this one.
They say it was amazing. He won 3 piston cups.
He did what in his cup?
Yep, I got that one.
He did what in his cup? Oh, boy.
Okay. So, are you remembering this show? Are we up to speed now?
Yeah, I remember more of it now.
Okay.
The main thing I remember is that the Federale looks just like Danica's Patrick's, like mom or aunt. Sexy, hot older aunt who could drive and not crash into everything or get crashed into.
Yeah, well, she knows that the Dukes are up to something, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she goes into the wood and she hunts them down. I think I got that.
You think we ought to give her mouth-to-mouth recreation?
You mean resuscitation?
Oh, maybe, but I bet I'm a whole lot closer to the truth than you are.
You're under arrest.
Maybe it's a technique. I think they say that now.
Mouth-to-mouth recreation.
You've had moonshine, right? I think we talked about this once.
Yeah, I had some really good apple pie shine from my neighbors recently. It's good stuff.
What's apple pie shine?
It tastes like apple pie. Yeah. Shine is...
is there apple pie in it?
No, it's a cinnamon stick, I think, is floating in it, and something else. But Shine, I just took the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky about a month ago with my dad, my brother, and one of my neighbors. And the Bourbon Trail is a bunch of distilleries in Kentucky that are all near each other. So you can go from distillery to distillery, take the tour, sample, and and on one of those tours we were asking questions about something, and they told me that basically Shine is would be bourbon if it was further distilled. And so the Shine is the clear alcohol that doesn't go into a barrel. Like bourbon gets all its color and a lot of its flavor from the charred oak wood barrels that they stick it in and age it in. And so Shine is what you get before you do that. It comes right out of the still, and it's gnarly, 180 proof, and you drink it. So
does Shine age?
That's the thing, is they're not aging it. If they were sticking it in a barrel for 2 years, minimum 2 years, then it would be bourbon. And the longer you age it.
Oh, no, I understand that. I mean, like if they put it in a jug and it sits for 5 years, does it get better?
Oh, that I don't know. I've only ever had it out of a mason jar. Like, you go on like Hot Rod Power Tour, and these random people show up looking, usually for Jeff Smith, who used to work at Carcraft. These people would just show up with a couple bottles or mason jars of apple pie moonshine, and it tastes like apples. It's good, but knock you on your ass. Oh my god.
Okay, so the revenuer catches them in the act. I have this really long clip, but I'm not going to play it. But the gist of it is she knows that they need to make Shine,
right,
to save the world,
right,
and they make a truce that they just get rid of the Shine while she's kind of knocked out. But if she catches them again, it's legit.
Yeah. Like I didn't actually see it happen because you it's knocked unconscious. But the next time I see you doing this, gotcha.
And they make her another deal. Not only can you try to catch us again, but you can stay with us tonight.
Yeah. Come hang out at our house.
We'll just hang.
You can wear Daisy's clothes.
And you can bathe in our kitchen, and I think that's what this scene is from here.
I don't believe it. My first case in the field. I failed to make the arrest. I get my cover blown. I make a deal with the Moonshiners. I end up taking a bath in their kitchen. Headquarters finds out about this one. I'll be back in the typing pool.
Oh, don't you worry about a thing, honey. You're going to get the hang of it. We'll help you. Our family has broke in and wore out more revenue agents than anybody.
Are you serious?
Sure am. Agents Berkeley and Ragsdale finally retired, but they still send us Christmas cards. And Agent Joe Higgins named his oldest boy after Uncle Jesse.
They were trying to lock you up.
Can't hold that against them. Just trying to do their job.
Well, I certainly appreciate your attitude.
No big thing.
You know what's rad about doing this show is those clips you play, especially when Daisy's talking. I know what she looks like today.
She didn't look like that today.
No. And but when you're playing these clips, my mental picture is season 1. Season 1's good.
This is season 1 right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is.
Thank you, Warner Brothers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that when they were casting that show, they were looking for a blonde?
Really? Jessica Simpson was hot in the movie. My God.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we got a movie to review at some point.
Yeah, with a blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Epic.
Thought the general was great in the movie.
Yeah.
The rest of it I didn't care about, but
it was funny though.
It was funny.
It's like everything else. Like you know, it'll never live up to the original, but it was funny. It was entertaining. The bloopers at the end of the movie where they show the car trying to jump onto the highway.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was cool.
There's some bone crushing crashes in it. And
imagine being that stunt guy. I heard recently a buddy of mine works kind of in the movie industry, and he's one of the guys that builds pyrotechnics and stuff for stunts, and so he knows stunt guys. And he was telling me that they these days they wrap themselves in bubble wrap before they do stunts that involve jumping. And I tried that recently unsuccessfully. It just didn't quite work out because I didn't land on my ass during the stunt.
Were you in a car?
Yeah. I'm attempting to do a wheelie in a 1950 Ford F2 2-ton dump truck that we've shortened 4 feet and then mounted a blown big block Chevy behind the cab backwards in. And we did it with using no math at all. Not center of gravity, not weight transfer, nothing. We just built it and went, well, let's see if it wheelies. And my dumb ass got in there and put it up on the converter and held the brakes and let off the brakes, mashed the gas pedal, and this thing stood up on the trailer hitch. And when it went up on the trailer hitch, I got pitched forward and my foot came off the gas pedal. So it immediately came crashing down, and as it was on its way down, I'm like, oh, get back on the gas, try to keep it off the ground, and it was too late, and it just came down hard. And the in-cab footage of this whole thing shows me not coming down on my butt, which is where the bubble wrap was. I got bent in half and bounced my head off the steering wheel.
Oh gosh!
I had a helmet on though. I'm fine. A couple days, back was sore, but I'm mostly okay. Maybe this explains the memory loss. I don't know, but
it's making more sense than me.
Yeah, the bubble wrap I think is key if you're just jumping and landing to flat, in any kind of car. So back in the day when I've done that before, that would have helped, but not in this scenario. So yeah. Bubble wrap.
When would you say you started experiencing memory loss?
I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
you know when? Let's keep going with that theme. I've been injured on that show before.
Injured?
Yeah.
Did you break a bone?
I broke a tooth in half in the strangest of ways. So I'm laying down on the floor of a '66 Buick Special convertible. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking something out of the dash, and my face is on the floor. And on the other side of the car, my buddy David is getting rid of rust with a hammer, and he hit the floor with the hammer, and it made my teeth chatter and broke my front tooth in half. And
what a very lame
it's
way to chip a tooth.
It's not cool at all. And the only reason I'm telling you this is if you go and look at like episodes 1 through 3, I'm trying not to smile at all because I've got a broken front tooth. The entire shoot.
Which tooth is it?
It's like my right front. You can't even tell.
Is it capped?
I don't know. I went in the doctor and dentist, and he did something and made the tooth whole again. So there's like a prosthetic or something there. But it broke my front tooth in like half. So in the first 3 episodes of that show, I got a busted ass front tooth, and I'm trying not to smile the whole time, which is hard because I was having a lot of fun.
You're a very smiley person.
Yeah, I got a dumb, goofy grin. I do.
I've always kind of thought, and now that I've been looking at you for a while in person here.
That doesn't sound weird at all. Go ahead.
In 25 years, you are going to be an amazing mall Santa Claus.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's the rosy cheeks, the beard. I think there's some dimples.
Well, and the rad part about it is I don't have to be Santa all year because I'm part Sasquatch. Like somewhere along the line, somebody in my family made sweet love to, a Yeti. This grows like you would not believe. Like if I shave it all off, 3 weeks, this is back. Like this.
Wow. Yeah. I've never grown a beard in my life.
You're really not missing anything. Unless you want to hide like an extra chin, which is what this one's doing. Yeah.
I would like to hide an extra chin. Okay.
There you go.
I'm going to move on.
You can drink more Diet Coke and just grow a beard.
There'd be that. When I try to grow facial hair, it just looks like there's dirt on my face. That's and I get very oily and shiny. I'm more shiny than I am right now. Okay. Let's somewhere in here. I may have just got this for you. Oh yeah, they go to. I forgot about that.
That's so short. Random.
I noticed in these episodes they'd record like sounds of Bo saying "yeehaw" and just play it. Like when they were at an establishment, so it sounded like other people around the room were very happy, yelling "yeehaw."
And if you've ever tried to yell "yeehaw" like a guttural, like from the bowels, just yell it out, that hurts. Like, it hurts me. Like that's hard on your throat. I'm not a singer, so yeah, I'm impressed.
I've heard John Schneider on the radio doing interviews, and they always make him end with that. But I saw it on camera once, and I mean, it's a whole. I mean, and that's what it looks awful.
That's funny.
So it must be how he does it now. But okay, so while they're at their bar, they take the revenue toward the bar.
I have his cell number. Should we call him
right now?
I don't know if it works, but I interviewed him for Hot Rod Magazine about 6 years ago, and I had his cell number and phone interviewed him. I've not tried to call him since then. We can try to call him now.
Let's cue that up for a future show.
Okay.
Because
I was really excited about it.
Can you text me that number?
No. He's my friend. I'm just kidding.
What? You get to be the general at Cars 3 and
maybe he doesn't want to give it out. I don't know. Maybe it's not good anymore. It's been 6 years. Because you ever hear about those famous people that have to get a new cell phone like every 6 months because the number gets out and
I think Tom Brady destroys his phones on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah, he got issues. He got bigger problems than John Schneider probably.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yes, I want to interview John Schneider for sure.
Yeah.
But in this show, they take the revenuer to the bar. And
sorry, back to the point of why we're here.
Yes. Have I told you I have a degree in engineering?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do with that?
This.
Have I told you that I wished I had gone to school for engineering so that today, when I want to machine something amazing that I can't just do on my manual Bridgeport mill, I could actually work the SolidWorks program that I have on my laptop and have it made. I have SolidWorks and I'm horrible at it. And yeah.
No, I have a degree in mechanical engineering. I mostly worked in software until I got into automotive stuff. But it's why I structure like most of the things I do.
This must be painful for you
can't turn
because
it off.
Like right now on your little sheet of paper, we should be 3 pages down and you're like, Mike keeps going off on tangents and here we are on page 1.
I'll cut this all out later.
This entire show for me will be hi and beer and yay. Everything else I've said in the middle, gone.
Click here to subscribe on iTunes. Yep. I'm Mike Finnegan, your best friend. No, okay. I do want to interview John Schneider, and I do want the number, and I want to talk to you again about Generally in Cars 3. But
by episode 3, John Schneider will just be in this seat, and it'll be the John and
that's going to be on the Dream Board.
Kibbe show.
John and Kibbe. I'll just run the camera. You interview him. But they go to the bar and they drink. They get the revenuer drunk. And she thinks Bo is doing that as well.
I'm empty.
And Bo isn't. He's just drinking water. And Enos tries to figure this out.
Do you have a clip of that? Because this part's confusing as all hell. Because they get her just housed drunk. But somehow the next day, no hangover at all, wakes up and arrests them.
Let me try this. Maybe this is it. I'm not sure.
Hey, Luke. I sure would like to meet that lady.
Not tonight, Enos.
Will you fix me up? I got something you want.
This isn't it.
Okay, Enos. Tell you what, even up trade. You tell me what you know, and I'll introduce you to Roxanne.
Okay, then. You see,
Chivalry's
Boss
not
Hogg,
dead.
he knows you dudes gonna make a liquor run to that there contest.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he's got Sheriff Roscoe setting up roadblocks to catch y'all. You see, Boss Hogg don't want y'all winning that contest.
I appreciate it, Enos. I owe you one.
You sure do now. Now, Luke, don't you forget now. I'm in to collect now.
Consider yours, Enos.
He just gave away to Annika Patrick's mom, aunt, whoever she may be.
Yep, that's for sure.
Where was I?
I don't know. But the whole point is they get her all loaded up. They take her home. She's completely passed out so that they can make moonshine and get this all done and load it up and take it there and win the prize money. That's what they think is going to happen, and Uncle Jesse's going to transport it. Do you know the name of the car?
Uncle Jesse's car?
Yeah.
Oh, God, they mentioned it. It was like Wheezy or Tilly or...
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was right.
Yeah. Tilly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a woman's name, yeah.
I think I have that one here.
It's a pretty cool looking car. It looks like one of the cop cars.
It's an LTD.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Y'all getting it now? Old Bo and Luke figured to get her all passed out and out of the way for about 12 hours. Early next morning, they unveiled Sweet Tilly.
Sweet.
A real sweetheart with a leaded body, a hot engine, and racing shocks. Jesse and Tilly were a legend. And although he hadn't made a run with her in several years, old Jesse kept her tuned up and ready.
Roscoe'll spot this night runner for sure.
He'll go through this thing from frame to engine block, looking for the shot.
Yeah, and Luke and I'll have it all the time.
No, I'm gonna do the running.
Yeah, but if you got it in the car with you, then they're gonna find it.
Not if it's hid right.
Well, how can you hide it?
That, my friend, is the trick.
Do you know where you hit it?
I didn't until the end. I didn't see that coming. That was a good twist there.
Yeah. He's a sneaky dude.
Sure is.
Okay. You talk for a second while I try to figure out what clip we're on here.
Jesse's a sneaky dude.
Can you vamp a little more there?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fresh out of beer. This sucks. And I'd have to unplug the headphones and walk to the beer fridge outside that door right now to make that happen. Check it out. See this? My buddy works there. If you ever need titanium, space shuttle stuff or anything, I got a friend. He's got scrap. And he sent me titanium once to make trophies. Really hard to machine. Really hard to machine. Welding's pretty fun, but God, I burned up a lot of drill bits and mills machining those trophies. Ready?
Yeah, totally. I can just give you the...
You just keep going, Mike. Okay. I once... somebody once put me on the spot in front of a crowd of people, and a large crowd of people, like 10,000 people, and I told an embarrassing story about a girl I was dating in high school once. Just, I don't know, it just came to me. I don't remember what it was. They asked me, worst speeding ticket you've ever got, and I recounted this story of a girl I took out in high school whose dad said, you will never date her again if you don't get her home by 10 o'clock. And at 9:30, we were an hour and a half away playing air hockey at a miniature golf place. And I tried to get her home in half an hour and got popped at like 110 miles an hour in my Camaro. I think I was a junior in high school. And she had diabetes and pretended like to fake a diabetic seizure or something to try to get me out of the ticket, which didn't work. And she was home late, and I probably was never able to date her again. So there.
Did she really did have diabetes?
She did, but she wasn't having a seizure at that point. She was just trying to get me out of the ticket, and it didn't work.
Kudos to her for the effort.
Yeah. You know what's funny is he said he was doing me a favor. He wrote me up for 90 miles an hour because
what's the speed limit?
It was 55. And he goes,
that doesn't help.
He's like, yeah, it really didn't help because he was like, yeah, because if I had written you up at 110, that would have been reckless driving. And I'm like, 90's not reckless, really?
Seems like 90 should be reckless.
Dude, the fine was like $1,500. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 40 miles an hour over the speed limit is pretty aggressive, I guess. And yeah, and so I had to go to traffic school, and back in the day in California, in traffic school, you got to pick where you went, and they were subcontractors to the state. So there were all these cool traffic schools you could pick. Like you could pick traffic school with pizza, traffic school with a comedy. Like I picked traffic school with comedy, and it was in this office building that overlooked Main Street in Temecula, California, on the day of the Temecula Street Rod show. So, which sucked. So I was stuck upstairs looking at a window at a car show I couldn't go to, and the guy really wasn't that funny. So
they try to be funny?
Yeah, they try to teach you about, the rules of the road with comedy. I should have picked pizza.
Wow, that doesn't sound like the traffic school I went to.
Well, and so years later, maybe 10 years later, I got another ticket, and by that time it was all gone. It was online. You couldn't just go to pizza comedy traffic school.
I went to traffic school when I was 17, and it was pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
And they told you to never get a ticket again or we'll take your license, and I got 3.
Did they make you feel guilty?
No, they took my license though.
No, you've lost your license
3 times.
Dirtbag. Wow. Yeah. What were you doing?
You know what? I never got busted doing the bad stuff. I got tickets.
You still lost your license, and that wasn't even for the bad stuff.
No. I always got it for 10 over or running a stoplight or something like that. I never got busted for doing 130 miles an hour like on a 2-lane at 3 in the morning. I never got busted for anything bad I ever did.
That's because that never happened.
I didn't get a ticket for it.
That's because it never happened.
Okay, back to the show here.
Officers of the law, it never happened.
It didn't happen. So Uncle Jesse's driving this car to the government evaluation center, where he's going to deliver the moonshine, and they're going to test it there and see if it's good. But he gets busted by Roscoe along the way, and Roscoe takes his car apart.
Sheriff Roscoe's seen cars like this before. He knows a runner when he sees one.
Shut her down. She's riding a little low, ain't she, Jesse?
Well,
we're gonna have to look at her. Help yourself, Roscoe. Hi, boy. Take her apart.
And then later, they have to put her back together because they can't find anything.
It's clean as a pin. Now, you old coot, you poured out that booze before you got here, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shoot.
Roscoe, I want this car put back exactly like it was, or I'm going to sue the county. You wouldn't I?
Boys, put her back the way she was.
So, do you remember the part where Bo and Luke were loading what they wanted Roscoe and Enos to think was moonshine into the General?
They were loading water, wasn't it?
Yeah. They loaded up water.
Yeah.
But Enos didn't know that. He thought it was the real booze and everything like that.
Yeah, he's not real bright. Plus, he's always got eyes for Daisy.
He gave that jug of water to Boss and told Boss this is the Duke's moonshine. And Boss took it to the government center to try to get them to run their engine on it. and it didn't work. I think this is the clip. Nah, I'm not gonna play it. It's like 2 minutes long.
It's just coming up, but the long story short version is they all arrive at the government test facility for the contest, right? And we see a guy that's trying to run an engine on manure, and it blows up in everyone's face. Then Boss Hogg goes, "I've got the winner right here," and he's got a jar of what looks like moonshine, and they pour it in the fuel cell of this engine, this test engine, and it won't run. And then Jesse shows up and goes, "Well, maybe it wasn't full of 2 gallons of water. It might run. Try this." And he pours in his high test moonshine, and the engine fires up, and woo,
perfect.
We're winners. And it turns out Jesse had been driving a car with moonshine in the tank the whole time.
He ran his car the whole time.
Yeah.
That was the trick.
And how they get away ultimately is they run the car out of gas, so there's no evidence.
I think we do have some of this somewhere in here. Okay, let's try 24. I think 24 is it.
Why don't you arrest them?
Well, you heard what they said. It's not illegal to make whiskey, boss.
I ain't talking making, I'm talking transporting.
Transport? How do they do that?
B-Brain! Jesse Duke run his car down here on it.
He never.
Yeah, and now he's driving off on more of it. Come on, let's get him.
Listen, because this ain't over yet. Trouble's just starting. Because now the Dukes have got to keep running until they burn up the evidence in Jesse's tank, or they're going to be sitting in jail while the government sorts this thing out. How would you like to be doing that?
And this is when Danica Patrick's mom does the driving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes after him, and she catches him. But only after they run out of gas. Moonshine.
Yes. You know what? It just occurred to me that what we have here is an episode of the Dukes of Hazzard that combines an engine running on pig, Danica Patrick's mom, and we don't ever see the generally in this episode.
No, he's in it. Yeah.
He's in it?
Yeah.
There was something else about this episode that was totally weird. There was like 3 things that just struck me as like, wow, this is a crazy episode. Yeah.
I don't know. It's the final one.
No, it's not the last one. It's the last one
of
filmed
Georgia.
in Georgia. Yeah. It's the last one in Georgia. Then they moved to California and start filming them, and they become a little more politically correct. And
that'll be the next show.
Like season 7 or 8, hold on to your seatbelts. They start using models for the generally jumping.
Yeah, it's awful. And I think in the secret episode that we did of this, that's where we chatted about the alien episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Missing Long Lost podcast. Yeah, I didn't know about that. You told me there was an episode about aliens.
There's an episode
is really bad
in season 7 where an alien visits Hazzard, and his name is Little Cousin. But this show has a nice wrap up, though, and here it is.
And that's the legend of how Jesse and the boys made both legal and illegal booze. And they all made a new friend, especially Bo.
Okay, man. That's all of my sound clips. Feel free to divert and tangent away.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
There's something very soothing about Waylon Jennings' voice. Rest in peace.
When did he die?
I don't know. I like his kids' music, though.
Shooter?
Yeah. I ever tell you that I had a stretch of flights because I'm flying back and forth to LA quite often for work, and from Georgia to LA I keep running into musicians on airplanes, and one of them was Shooter Jennings.
No kidding.
And I totally fanboy out every time. Like I never really talk to any of these people, or not much anyway, because I'm the guy sitting there going, oh my god, get out my phone, click click click, hope he doesn't see me. But yeah, like 3 flights in a row I saw Shooter Jennings, another flight brain farting. Oh, another flight. Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes was on the plane with his new band, the Chris Robinson Band. I didn't know any of those guys, but I saw that guy. And that was one of those cases of don't ever meet your idols. He's not my idol, but I always liked the Black Crowes music, and I met him and tried to talk to him, and he really blew me off. And then the guy from Fishbone, what the hell is his name? That's not Lorenzo. Maybe it is Lorenzo. I can't remember his name. But the sax player from the band Fishbone, which is an 80s ska band, he sat next to me on a plane. And we started talking. And it was rad. And then the engine blew up in the plane, like on the tarmac. And we all had to deplane and our flight was canceled. So I didn't actually get to spend any time with him and fly with him. And I knew it was going to be rad and we were going to become best friends. So I was really disappointed, you know.
Do you fly first class?
No, that's the crazy part is all these people were back. I'm on Southwest, the cattle car.
Yeah.
All these people were middle of the plane with me, you know.
I like Southwest. I fly Southwest all the time.
I do too. The problem with Southwest is LA to Georgia or Georgia to LA, that's almost a 5-hour flight. And they don't sell food there. They just have peanuts and crackers. So you better tank up before you get on that plane.
So, you know, I live in the middle of Iowa, and you don't fly direct anywhere.
Yeah, you get screwed.
Other than like Vegas or Orlando, you can fly direct for that. So you're always flying to somebody's hub, and if I need to get somewhere on time, I fly Southwest because I never get delayed. I never get stuck.
No,
never.
Southwest is great.
They click. When everybody else is delayed and parked and backed up, Southwest is rolling.
Oh yeah, Southwest is awesome. You want to miss a flight or get canceled or have some mystery malfunction like on the tarmac, you fly American.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Hey, you know what? You've got some in-laws wedding you don't want to go to, and you need a legitimate excuse. Just book through American.
Book American and fly through Chicago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, dude. I don't. As a rule, it could be summertime. I won't go through Chicago because every time I've spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in O'Hare Airport because it just got snowed in and we were stuck there and it was hell, complete hell.
There you go. New sponsor for the show, Southwest Airlines.
Or American. We can help them change their image.
Hey, we can help you.
One bad story at a time.
All right. So we have just completed, Mike, episode 1 of the Kibbe and Finnegan show.
Woo!
And that means there are more episodes to come. And that means people need to subscribe to this show in iTunes. Okay. And they need to like it, which I assume means thumbs up.
Yeah, please like it. Please share it. Sharing and liking and commenting.
Commenting is helpful. That way we know what to do next.
Yeah.
Or what to quit doing.
Because if you don't do all that, we don't make any money. And then sooner or later,
Sooner or later we have to quit this and go get a real job. Yeah, and that's no fun.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Please
so
make me do that, please.
What's your Instagram?
You can find me on Instagram by looking up Finnegan999. You can find me on Twitter at MikeFinnegan999, and then I'm on Facebook under my name. I've got a fan page there, Mike Finnegan, obviously. There's a couple of us. There's a musician who's way more popular. Just ignore that guy. He doesn't need any more fans.
No, he's a terrible guy.
Yeah.
I'm Robert at themusclecarplace.com. I need you to show me how to use Instagram because I'm like stuck in the 80s. I don't know anything about YouTube.
Ah, shit. We're screwed.
We'll hire somebody.
Yeah, because I don't either. And by the way, these videos of Finnegan's Garage are very poor. They're filmed and edited by me and my sister-in-law, and we have no idea what we're doing. So don't turn the volume way up and put headphones on because you may lose an eardrum.
Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. See you later, Mike.
Goodbye.
We did it.
Do we have an out music or something?
We should get one.
This is our out music right here.
I'll talk to Bernie. I'm sure he can rip something in here pretty good.
Let's go get lunch.
Sounds good.
I'm hungry. That was great.
That was fun.
I think we made a podcast.
Okay. So